Lieutenant Colonel Philip J. Corso, head of the Army's Foreign Technology Desk at the Pentagon, and a member of President Eisenhower's National Security Council, remembers an unusual incident he witnessed at Fort Riley, Kansas, in July of 1947.
Going back, and there was 5 crates there, like 5 or 6, I think it was 5. I lifted one up, and here's this body there in floating fluid. First, I thought it was a child, because it was small. Then I looked at its head and all. Right away. And this was only happened a matter of seconds. Then I put the end back down, and the head was different. The arms were spindly. The body, it was gray. So right at that moment, I figured, I don't know what this thing is. So like in the intelligence business, I just better put it in the back of my head here and wait to maybe in the future I get corroboration so I can evaluate what it is.
What is the Air Force hiding in this investigation?
We have not been hiding anything.
With all due respect to the Air Force, I believe that some of them will prove to be of interplanetary origin.
Different explanations from the military about what crashed. The first explanation is it was a flying disc, meaning flying saucer in today's terminology. They changed that and said, we made a mistake. It wasn't a flying disc, it was a weather balloon. I still find it amazing that the United States top bomber wing, with the only wing that was eligible to carry nuclear weapons at that particular time, would not know a weather balloon from a flying saucer.
We do have a military operation going on at Groom Lake, highly classified and highly important to U.S. security.
Apollo 14 astronaut and the 6th man on the moon, Edgar Mitchell, recently met with members of Joint Chiefs of Staff at the Pentagon, who informed him that they had been kept out of the loop on the UFO issue.
Whatever activity is going on, to the extent that it is a clandestine group, a quasi-government group, a quasi-private group, it is without any type, as far as I can tell, of high-level government oversight. And that is a great concern.
The 50s were the decade when this thing went out of control. And Eisenhower knew it, and that is why he said,
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes.
This piece will expose, through bona fide first-hand top-secret witnesses, not only the history of this whole secret program, but also the entities through which the secrecy has been enforced, and in many ways have done the hard work on the extraterrestrial reverse engineering.
There has been craft that have been recovered. There has been a certain amount of reverse engineering that has allowed some of these craft or some components to be duplicated.
These technologies, which we have acquired from extraterrestrial life forms and which have been reverse engineered and which are sitting in covert programs, as the head of Lockheed Skunk Works said, Ben Rich, we already have the means to travel among the stars. But these technologies are locked up in ultra-secret black projects, and it would take an act of God to get them out to the public. Those technologies will enable us to have a civilization that is high-tech and has almost zero impact negatively on the Earth.
I think the electric power grid will absolutely wither away. I think automobiles, trucks, trains, planes, all forms of transportation will use this new, powerful energy source, whatever its exact nature turns out to be. The writing is on the wall. The fossil fuel age is about to end.
I think basically each and every president would probably like to get out of it, would like to come clean on the deal and not have to continue to tell distruths. Eventually, when there's going to be something happen that will make all of them have egg all over their face, and they're going to have to admit that they haven't been truthful at all.
We have not been hiding anything.
What I seen was a controlled aircraft that could fly. Made no sound.
Edwards, do you still have any of these U-boats in sight? Yes. Definite objects is not weather.
What was that? What we have to realize is that the future of humanity has been hijacked for about 50 years. And in this documentary series, we will outline how that future has been hijacked and why it has, and why the time has come for an about-face.
If they want me to, providing it's serious, and they're not going to put it in the archives and just put it away. And when I went to the Robert Kennedy Act, this is a provision I put on. I would testify for about 4 years to the White House that something is done with it, not just Congress sitting up there for publicity purpose. I'll go any time they want to.
What he needs is a forum, a serious forum, a documentary, some way of communicating these people's experiences to the American public so that they can judge for themselves. And so we can elevate it out of this area of the autopsy films and all this fairly phony and irrelevant kind of presentation that it's had heretofore.